Hey, check, check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Perfect. Am I good?
Okay, check, check. Oh, okay. Hello, hello. Check, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2.
Oh, maybe not. My bad. There's nobody here. Just stay here, it's fine. Beckett, where's your mom? I'm here. Yeah. I'm gonna go off my dad's phone.
Check, check.
Try and hold off some of this traffic. We'll come up here.
Check, check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Blake Isaacson live courtside here at Nighthawk Arena.
to bring you another year of exciting Nighthawk basketball. It gives me great pleasure to reintroduce to you Coach Chris Johnson, coach of the Del Norte Nighthawks. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to be back, right?
Yes, sir.
It was about 3 years ago, a little bit more, that I interviewed you during the halftime of a Del Norte football game.
Yes, sir.
And now 3 years later, here you are firmly entrenched in the Del Norte program.
Yes, sir.
To which you've led to deep runs in the playoffs the last couple of years, building on what Coach Spahn built. And so now we flip the page to a new season.
Absolutely.
Got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Last year's team, you lost a lot of good seniors, but let's look forward to this year. Tell us, who are your key leaders on this team before we start talking about the starters and the rotation, offense, defense, and keys to tonight's game?
Definitely Nate Chow. He brings this level of composure, but also this level of experience where he won't say much, but he'll lead the kids the way he needs to lead them. And then, of course, Josh Thompson. He's more of our vocal leader. He does the dirty work. He do the things that most people don't want to do. So I kind of call them yin and yang. One is quiet, one talks. Both do what they got to do. So those are my two main leaders this year.
Well, Josh has got the physicality to enforce any rules that he lays down. So
Absolutely.
I like that. So let's talk a little bit about the starters. I know you don't like to be pinned down to anything, but who's going to start tonight, and then who's going to be rotating in? Most likely.
We're going to start off with, of course, Dade and Josh. It'd be those two. And then we have Oliver Cooper along with Ethan Ratmat. And then Jackson Carpenter, he's our young guy starting in. All five of those guys have put in a lot of work together. And I like their chemistry. So they give us a good balance overall.
Now, you got some size from some football players that came in. Tell us about those fellas.
Oh, yeah, of course, Diesel, big guy, our quarterback, standing at 6'5", and then you got Noah Keller as well, standing at 6'5". Both of those guys are physical beasts, so I'm glad we finally got some football players. So also out to football players, hey, basketball is a good sport for you as well, so don't just gravitate to football.
Never an inappropriate moment for a coach to make a pitch.
Right.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the offense. What sort of offense can we expect to see this year?
Definitely, we want to get out and run. So a lot of points in transition, but also our motion offense is going to get us a lot of open shots. So we want to be fast and get the ball up pretty quick. So layups and threes, and then of course we got our motion offense that'll get us good looks to the basket. But overall, we just want to be quick. We got a lot of guards, so right now we want to use to our advantage.
And then on defense, probably that fits right in there too. You got fast players, you want to get after the ball. Absolutely,
super aggressive. We want to trap the ball. We want to make people uncomfortable the whole time. So.
Good. Reminds me a little bit of that team that was led by Jaden Herrera, Ben Lee, and those fellas, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
absolutely.
so we can look for that. And then for tonight, what are the 2 or 3 keys to the game? How do we beat Maranatha?
I mean, the main key is not letting Dash get comfortable. He shoots the ball at a high clip and very well. So making sure we know where he is at all times, but if anything, also keeping our big guys off the glass. So Dash will do his job there, make sure they get him open. So making sure we contain him, making sure we rebound. But if we get out in transition like we want to do, we should take care of the game tonight with no problem.
All right, there you have it, right from the coach's mouth. Stay tuned for another broadcast for Del Norte basketball. Thanks, Coach. So we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem.
For the
Beautiful version of the national anthem by Pat Jones, the spouse of our only scorer that we've had in Del Norte history. Well, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my color commentator tonight, none other than Cole Isaacson. Welcome, Cole.
Thanks for introducing me, Blake. I appreciate it. This is my first time doing some color commentary, so wish me some luck, yeah?
You got it. Let's see who the Maranatha team is putting forward tonight, Cole. You want to catch up to the announcement, the announcer on the in the arena here.
Sounds good. It looks like we're starting with number 2, Cole Nigwadula. Number 3, Adrian Ownbay, who's a junior. We have Will Ralston, who's also a junior. Number 11, we have number 13, Dash Ekaroth, who's also a junior. And number 30, Shane Peaster, who's also going to be a junior. Expect a lot of junior chemistry from this group.
Sounds like it. Maranatha won its first game against Monte Vista, and more on that later. But let's look at the Nighthawks starting roster tonight. Number 5, Jackson Carpenter, a sophomore guard at 5'11". And of course, Josh Thompson, the athletic 6'3", exciting senior. Number 23, Oliver Cooper, saw him a little bit last year. He's a junior. And number 21, Ethan Rahman. He's in his senior year. And the team leader and 3-time varsity letterman now, Nate Chow, number 1, 5'9" senior. So Cole, lots of energy here for open night. Does it remind you, looking back on some of your opening nights here on this very floor?
Honestly, there's nothing better than opening night in high school. That goes for football or basketball. All the students get really excited to come out and show some support. And you can even see over there they have a little ESPN desk similar to what we're doing here. Getting some play-by-play.
So the Nighthawks starting 5. Again, looks like Chow, Thompson, Oliver Cooper, Jackson Carpenter, and number 21, Ethan Rahman. Maranatha controls the tip until Josh Thompson steps in and takes the ball away. And so the Nighthawks will have the initial possession. Nice left-handed shot by Nate Chow. It goes left. Then Maranatha crosses the midcourt line for its first possession. Ball into the corner. Pressured by 2 Nighthawks. Stifling defense, but somehow Maranatha gets it out of the corner. Josh Thompson is pressuring the ball everywhere it goes, and the Nighthawks knock it away. Look like they're getting a turnover, but I guess not. Ball back off into the corner, baseline dribble drive, ball on the ground, players on the floor. Ball is live, it's still in the corner, but finally we have a whistle and a jump ball. Boy, Cole, a lot of energy out there.
If there's one thing to expect from a team coached by Chris Johnson, it's going to be defense and it's going to be energy. They're all around the court and doing some great defensive plays. I like to see more of it going forward.
Well, both were on display right there. Double trap. Boy, Thompson is everywhere, and he draws a foul there that time. Josh Thompson came over from Rancho Bernardo High School. He actually played quarterback for that team in some very exciting games against Del Norte, and then transferred over, sat out half the season in basketball, and then joined the team this last spring. I guess it was in the spring before he got activated.
Some things that I'm looking forward to is number 23, Oliver Cooper. It looks like he's playing really big tonight. Gonna look at that center position, and looks like he just did a great play there.
Oliver Cooper for the Nighthawks, the 6'2" junior wingman. Nighthawks don't list a center on their roster, which gives you an idea of the type of play that it likes to pursue. There's Thompson, baseline, thinks better of it. Cross-court pass to Carpenter. Left-hand drive into the lane, kick it back to Thompson. He drops it, and Chow will restore order. Plenty of time on the 35-second clock that is allowed in high school basketball. Cooper with a nice rebound and drop feed to Josh Thompson, and he lays it in.
That's beautiful stuff from Cooper there. It looks like he's playing very active, very energetic, and looks like the team's seeing it. Nate Chow forcing an offensive turnover there. It's great to see.
The Nighthawks are just flying to the ball, double teaming the dribbler, and if he picks it up and doesn't have someone to pass it to, he's in trouble. Okay, Chow across the key. No score here for the visiting Maranatha team. Nighthawks have 2 points, 2-0. 6:22 left to go in the first period. Opening night here at Nighthawk Arena. Ball in low. That's number 30, Shane Pieser, who gets the ball deep into the post and turns around and lays it in. Back out to Chow, takes his second shot, comes off the rim and no good. Ball being worked around the perimeter. And nice shot there by number 13, Dash Ekroth.
One thing we can see with these teams here, it looks like there's a lot of shooting or penetration going on. Doesn't look like a lot of mid-range two-man game play. I like to see a lot of that going forward as well.
Chow into the lane, kicks it back out to Thompson. Thompson puts it up and puts it in from downtown, giving the Nighthawks the ability to tie the score at 5. Trapping defense.
It's big energy three there, not only for their team, but also the crowd. Give them, and look at that, forcing another offensive turnover is Nate Chow.
I have a feeling that the Nighthawks feel that the depth of their bench and players gives them an advantage over the Maranatha team, a smaller school, most likely a bench that's not as deep. And by forcing the Maranatha on each possession to really work hard, they might be able to win the war of attrition. There's Thompson on the wing. Right-hand dribble into the lane. Puts it up a little out of control. And the ball goes to Maranatha. Sorry, check that. Ball to the Nighthawks.
I like the chemistry I'm seeing from the Nighthawks here. It looks like a lot of ball movement, and if they keep that up, they should keep getting some open shots here. Here's an open three. Not quite.
Well, the ball really is moving, but I will say this, Maranatha,
There we go.
that one's a little bit forced, but Chow draws the foul.
If there's one thing Chow can do great, it's get to the rack and draw some contact. So I love to see more of that going forward as well.
So that's a foul on number 13. We're going to try and keep track of the fouls here at the court side to see if they factor into the game's strategy. Chow, nice left-handed rotation on his free throw and swishes it in. So you played with Nate Chow, Cole, is that right, when you were a senior?
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I can say about that kid, I mean, he brings the effort, he brings the attitude. He's got the Nighthawk way down to a T, and that was before he even was a Nighthawk, I'd say. Coming from middle school, definitely from his dad, Tim Chow. Looks like maybe another foul on 21 there, Ethan Romhot.
That wasn't Chow? I thought that was...
Maybe so.
Looked like that one was on Chow. 4:35 left to go. Nighthawks on opening night here at Nighthawk Arena, leading 7-5. Nighthawks playing a smothering defense. They're trapping the ball, forcing cross-court shots. There's Ekroth with one of those cross-court passes. Step through the double team, puts up a nice shot, but it comes down and Chow gets the rebound. Full court pass to Ramat. In too deep to put up a shot, so he reverses course and gets it back out to Chow. Chow with the dribble drive, puts it up a little bit short. I'll bet Nate wishes he had that one back. He would have made it. 4:01 left to go in the first period. Kick back out to the top of the key. Maranatha retreats. Ball over to number 11. That's Will Walston. And it goes in. Three-pointer. Nice shot. And with that, Maranatha takes the lead, 8-7.
Looks like Del Norte might be playing a 1-3-1 defense, which leaves some of those wing threes open, and that's going to be the kryptonite there.
Oh, that one crawled in. I believe that was Ethan, right?
Correct, yep.
Yeah, nice shot.
Some great post work seen there.
Showed good body control and nice touch as he got rid of that.
Look at that.
And Ramat tips it away as the feed went into the post. He gets the ball in the front court. Goes in, drives it up, no good. Puts it up, that is. And the ball comes off. A feverish pace here at Nighthawk Arena. And the officials seem to be letting him play. Oh, a nice tip on there by number 3, A.D. Ownby, but the ball didn't go in. Boy, nice ball control as number 5, Jackson Carpenter, rolls into the lane and puts up a nice banker to put the Nighthawks ahead 11-3. Nice play call, huh?
Yeah, that number 5 seems real athletic from the first shot I see him took. Real athletic layup. Makes it that time. Here he is taking it up the court. Jackson Carpenter.
Looked like he missed
Chow there.
Like he missed Nate Chow, but the ball came off to another Nighthawk. One-on-one, Josh Thompson close by his man, throws it up and banks it in, draws the foul. The question is, did he call glass?
I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure myself.
I'm not sure it matters. It looks like a swish in the box score. But that's Josh's game. He blows by people. He's so athletic and puts up a shot, leaves him in a position, even if it doesn't go in, to get the rebound and put it back. 11-8, Nighthawks leading. 2:10 to go in the first period. Ball comes off, no good. On the free throw. Ball into the front court.
I'd like to see the Nighthawks limit some offensive rebounds here. If we can do that, should be able to keep the lead.
Number 11 drives it in, gets his own rebound, and Will Ralston banks it back in. Nice play.
What I know about Oliver Cooper, I think that if him and Ethan Romhot keep up with the energy, it should be some more good defense we should be seeing played here.
Where Jackson Carpenter got called for a travel. He came into the forecourt, or into the front part of the lane, stepped back, but did the bunny hop in the pea patch. Ball on the ground, out of bounds, Nighthawk ball. Nice play, smothering defense, yielding results.
Looks like when the Nighthawks keep them in the half court, but keep them near that half court line, that's when they're getting a lot of their turnovers and forcing them to the third man, Coach Johnson likes to call it, the sideline or the baseline. It's always helpful for you on defense.
That's the key to that trapping defense?
Correct.
Not a very good shot there, didn't even hit any rim. 1 minute left now in the first period. Ramot being challenged by number 3, A.D. Ownby, and Ramot wins out. Nice bounce pass to Ramot, who runs the floor, lays it up and in. Nice hustle by Ramot, and number 5, Jackson Carpenter, with the great vision up court.
This Jackson kid seems like he can really play. He's got the vision, he's got the athleticism. You know, he's young, he's got a lot of time to develop. I'm excited to see the future for him.
Yeah, he came up last year, and there was some thought that he might be undersized and underdeveloped, but the coaching staff saw his instincts and abilities and advanced him ahead of his physicality, which is starting to catch up with his caliber of play. Good to see.
Looks like we got another foul here on the Nighthawks, maybe on Gabriel Yee. Good defense from Josh there.
Ralston loses the dribble, and Gabriel Yee, the hero from one of the greatest plays in Nighthawk basketball history, when he came in and hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to win a game when the Nighthawks trailed by 2. It's a memory he'll take with him for the rest of his life. I probably will too. It was an amazing play. And he's more than just a shooter now. He's the full. 1 second left. Thompson puts up the shot. He's begging for the foul, but it's not going to be answered. We'll take a break here right now while we let you enjoy the Nighthawk cheer staff. Blake and Cole Isaacson courtside here at Nighthawk Arena, where the Nighthawks lead the Maranatha Christian team 15-10. Cole, what are your thoughts on the first quarter? I have one thought, the Nighthawk energy, actually by both teams. It's a high-pitched level of play.
Looks like a lot of offensive rebounds going both ways for these teams, getting a lot of opportunities on the offensive end. It looks like Maranatha's getting some three-pointers up as well, so if maybe they switch the defense or keep the same looks, I mean, they're up by 5 points.
Yeah, we didn't get quite the opportunity that I was hoping before the game. Tell us a little bit about Maranatha, to whom they want to work the ball and what they want to feature maybe on offense.
It looks like a lot of energy and a lot of three-point shooting. 6 of the 9 players on their roster are currently juniors and have been together for most of their high school experience. So there's a lot of chemistry to expect from this young core. One notable figure is Geronimo Martinez, number 5. He transferred from Montverde Academy, which is a very highly talented basketball academy.
Yeah, you said it's in Florida, right? And it generates D1 prospects for the college game?
Many NBA players, many an NBA player.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing him when he has key moments here. But for now, it's Nate Chow handing the ball over to Oliver Cooper. Nice down low into Josh Thompson with a nice feed down low into Ethan Ramat. And Ramat draws the foul. Boy, you get that kind of position, Cole, you're golden, right?
Especially when you got people feeding you like Josh and Nate Chow and all these point guards here. That's one thing that Coach Johnson definitely teaches, is keeping your head up when you're dribbling up the court. As he likes to play his defense with a lot of energy, that leaves a lot of room for up-court potential.
Yeah, he seems to really enjoy, Coach Johnson that is, these smaller, really athletic teams like you played on 2 years ago, Cole, where everybody can dribble, everybody can shoot, everybody rebounds, everybody can play defense in particular.
Right.
And it's just high energy, pressure the ball up and down the floor. That should yield increasingly positive results for the Nighthawks over the course of the evening.
Hopefully so.
Oh, there's Chow. I call him Grease Lightning. He's so fast, he's so quick. And he just reached in there as Thompson was guarding the post and knocked it out of bounds. Nighthawks didn't get the ball, but that's the kind of, when those Nighthawk wings are flapping around on defense all over the place, the ball comes loose and generally good things happen for Del Norte. Ball in under the Nighthawk basket, and we got a whistle.
Looks like it might be a clock issue.
Yeah, it looks like they gave him a new clock and maybe shouldn't have. Yeah, it's down to 11 seconds. And let's see, more whistles. Oh, a foul on the inbound by Ramat. That's not a smart foul. That was away from anything that was threatening, so you don't want to give up those. Fouls are like resources, Cole. You don't want to draw down on them unnecessarily. An overplay on defense, but Oliver Cooper makes up for it as he protects the rim and knocks that ball away after a Nighthawk gambled going after it.
Like the ball movement we're seeing here from the Nighthawks, it's going to lead to good potential even if Ethan Ramat misses a pass. It's no big deal. Keep doing that. Should keep it up going forward.
I like how Ramat and Carpenter, how smooth they are. They just kind of glide along the floor and handle things really in motion. Not herky-jerk, just really smooth. A nice feed down low inside. But Thompson is there. Looked like he blocked the ball away. No, I'm sorry, they call that on Oliver Cooper. So Thompson was clear, but Oliver Cooper gets called for a foul.
Looks like the forwards of Del Norte are getting in a little bit of foul trouble early here. Maybe see them going to the bench for them.
At halftime, we'll ask you, Cole, to go get the report from the longtime and only statistician Del Norte has ever had, the beloved Tom Jones. And his wife, Pat, just sang the national anthem, as I mentioned earlier.
One thing I'm looking forward to going forward is the energy from this crowd. It's been a little bit since we've heard a big roar, and I want to, when that happens, you like to see some energy going forward.
Oh, boy. Oliver Cooper, I think he's got a point there. He just stood there with his arms up, space to which you're entitled, and the number 3, Cole Nijadula, hope I'm not mispronouncing his name, jumped up and laid it in, but he hit the Nighthawks' arm on the way up, but the Nighthawks got called for a foul there. Okay, Josh Thompson comes out, entering the game, Sam Siapno. What do you know about Sam, Cole?
I know a lot of these seniors through basketball PE, growing up in high school. I know Sam to be a real athletic guard, so see him making some rebounds, maybe some assists here, doing the dirty work, a lot of the guard work. So hopefully see some more of that going forward.
Is he a ball handler, shooter, a little bit of both, or just one of those guys that does everything?
One of those guys that does everything as a guard. He can handle the ball, maybe not the best shooter, but if he's wide open, you don't want to give him that.
Joe Freer into the game, number 20, got away on a fast break but wasn't able to convert the opportunity, though it was well defended. Oh, a nice long shot by number 3, A.D. Ownby. And Maranatha makes a run and goes to tie the game.
I believe that's 6-0 run right there.
I think they was 17-10. Oh, nice layoff there by Freer to
Chow, I believe?
Chow, yeah. Chow blew the layup, but he'll be at the free throw line because he was fouled. I guess it's not a blown layup if you got fouled, so he'll go to the charity stripe.
I don't believe we've seen Oliver Cooper come out of this game yet. I'm sure that's got to be wearing on him. I'm looking to see where they go for maybe their depth in the 4 position.
Well, they bring in number 22. That's Matthew Jacoby, the 5'9" junior. So they take out Oliver Cooper at 6'2", kind of has a presence on the inside, and bring in somebody 5'9". So more pressuring the ball would be my guess. Let's see how it plays out. 19-17, Nighthawks grab the lead back there. Ball off into the corner. Maranatha trapped in the corner. He's in trouble. Ball comes out to number 2. Fakes and makes a nice move to the basket with a backhanded layup and ties the game at 19. Nice play. Chow into the lane. Gives it up. Forced that one, Cole, right?
Yeah, just trying to make something happen. I don't hate it, but
dribbled into a double team. That's not going to yield results most likely.
Not in the long term. Definitely not.
We're all tied up here at 19. Oh, there's a charge by number 5, Geronimo Martinez, and I think was that Jackson Carpenter that drew that. That was a nice play, and pay a bit of a price. So that was a big fella running into a smaller fella, so he absorbed that one. Okay, so the Nighthawks come back with Siapno, Chow, Jacoby, Freer, and
is that Sam?
I think so, yeah.
There we are.
Siapno.
A lot of movement here from the
Carpenter
Nighthawks.
looks good from here, no good, just a little bit short. And Jacoby tried to sneak underneath there and snag that rebound. He wasn't successful. Ball out on top. Oh, look at that play. Number 22, who just entered the game, makes a steal and a feed. That's an impact play right there. Nice play by number 22, Matthew Jacoby, the 5'9" junior guard.
Now, I'm willing to bet that was instruction from Coach Johnson. He likes to get a little guard at the top, making a whole bunch of plays swinging around, just like Nate Chow did there. Hit the ball out of bounds,
Right,
make a whole
from
lot of plays, be
nowhere
a ball
and
hawk.
makes Maranatha feel uncomfortable in the passing lanes. Nighthawks up by 2. Ball in. We got a mismatch right there with AD. And he sees it, fights it. The Nighthawks are able to defend it initially until Feaster comes in, gets the rebound, and lays it up and in. Nighthawks a little undersized here. A nice take, but isn't able to finish, goes Siapno. Boy, Maranatha showing some real determination getting to the basket. Draws the foul, and number 11, Will Walston, will go to the line.
A lot of offensive rebounds here. Definitely something, one of the keys to the game to limit, make sure that Maranatha doesn't get some more threes. Seeing as the NBA and basketball as a whole has become much more focused on the three-point ball, getting multiple opportunities on offense is definitely going to limit your opportunity to win.
Right, but one of the things that you can do to defend against that is to have a taller lineup in there, and the Nighthawks were going with an unusually short lineup. It led to a turnover and an easy basket, but over the long term, they're going to need some height in there to protect against what you just mentioned, Cole, which is offensive rebounds. Okay, 3:40 to go in the half. Nighthawks trailing 22-21. Jacoby setting screens. Oh, there's a nice take by Josh Thompson with that athletic move, and he came in and rolled it in to just trickle in over the hoop. Nice play by Josh Thompson to get the Nighthawks a 1-point lead. Uh-oh. And then there's a blow-by A.D. Ownby. Chow got away. We almost traveled there by carrying it over. Okay. Nice screen. Chow reads it, puts it up, in and out, Harper rake. Jacoby came around, looked like he might steal that ball. Not good. Nighthawks need a timeout there, it looks like. I didn't see who called that timeout. I assume that was on.
I believe that was Maranatha called the timeout.
Maranatha called the timeout, huh? I was thinking that might be a good spot for the Nighthawks to call a timeout. They had a quick run against them. But so Cole, what are your thoughts so far on the first half, opening half? You know, one of the things that I'm wondering about, seems like a little bit of low percentage shooting from the floor. Maybe some opening night jitters. Is that or does those worn off by now?
I'd imagine there's definitely some jitters on the opening night. Playing in front of your own crowd and an away crowd, expecting a good game, especially when they haven't seen one in such a long time. Different, teams, different players. There's a whole lot to worry about, but I'm expecting going forward definitely some better shooting. When the first half you get a little bit warm, and the second half, that's hopefully when your percentages go up a little bit.
Hit the stride, and that makes sense to me. We'll get those stats for you, those of you at home, at the end of the halftime show. And we have a good interview for you. We'll take a quick break at the beginning of the fourth quarter, at the beginning of after the half's over, and then we'll come back with a few minutes to go in halftime with an interview and some stats. Nice by Carpenter, no good. Ooh, Jacoby, and then Ramat gets the putback. But I like Ramat's game. He just finds himself in the right position to do what needs to be done. Very smooth player.
You need a guy like that when you got an offensive team shooting threes and whole lot of energy. If you ain't got a glue guy, one or two, you're going to have problems.
There's a bit of trouble for the Nighthawks as Dash Eckroth, son of the Master Your Sports dynasty that does so many great training and games and so forth for youths around here. Cole, you played in that when you were younger. Remember that?
I believe that's what got me into basketball, going to all those
right.
camps.
Yeah, that was the start.
Of course.
Ball on the floor after the Nighthawks put up an air ball.
Looks like this number 30 for Maranatha, Peaster, he looks like their glue guy. Maybe their Draymond Green, maybe the guy who's getting all sorts of rebounds. See more of it going forward.
Chow got called for a foul there, perhaps a little frustration showing through there. Nate was determined to cause some disruption there, and he did, but he got caught. Just a little too aggressive. Now with 5 fouls in the half on Del Norte, that will take Eckroth to the line.
One thing I remember from my time being coached by Coach Johnson, being aggressive is a mentality. So sometimes when you get in foul trouble, if it's something he's coaching, you can't not be in foul trouble every game. It's going to happen. So being it's the first game, maybe some jitters as well. You can't be too upset.
So he's willing to live overall with some more fouls in exchange for the aggressiveness, which will yield results for his team. Is that
something like that?
Yeah, in a nutshell. There's Thompson into the lane, out of control, but he manages to split his legs regather his balance and put up a nice shot that goes right in the middle. Wow, is he an athlete? Nighthawks knocking the ball away. Chow's got to watch out. He doesn't want to get his third foul, and instead he causes a traveling violation. Nice play by Nate Chow. Coach Brooks for Maranatha doesn't like it at all, but the Nighthawks now down by 2, trailing 29-27, will have the ball here at the beginning of the last minute of the half.
Josh Thompson seems like he's making a whole lot of athletic layups, so it looks like they're getting maybe a double screen his way. Oh, here we are.
He's feeling
and not quite.
Ball came off, and looks like Gabriel Yee got called for the foul. The problem with that is Maranatha goes to the free throw line.
You can see there, that's part of the coaching. You know, you see a ball go up, you got to go get it, and you know, it's
right,
a call.
But
that's a call.
But when you're in the 5 foul and you're in the penalty situation, you got to be a little more cognizant.
That's true.
Of that, right?
That's true. That comes with the player's IQ. You can't control them, you know, when they're on the court. So I don't hate the play though. That's good aggression I like to see from Gabriel.
Peaster makes the first. Shane Peaster, that is. 6'5", 200 pounds. Doesn't look quite 6'5" to me, but he's a big, strong kid, huh?
He has been dictating the flow inside, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the reason they're winning by 4 now.
Yeah, Peaster and Eckroth are their top players, is what we've learned, and A.D. Ownby is right along there with them. Nighthawks could take this down to the final clock, just about, and now they will. 20 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Thompson doesn't know it. He draws the foul. And Coach Johnson seems to be totally fine with Josh Thompson shooting, driving, doing whatever. He seems like he's got a free license to put the ball under his arm and on the floor, and off he goes.
I mean, my goodness, if I, just based off this first half from the plays I've seen from him, I would say the exact same thing. I mean, I'd say he'd have 2 of the best layups of this game from the left-hand side and out of control down the middle. It seems like out of, in control, no matter what, he's got a chance to make that shot.
Oh, the Nighthawks get it. There's Oliver Cooper with the ball. An important rebound with 20 seconds left. The Nighthawks now will have the last shot. Coach Johnson calls a timeout, and he's going to shoot for the last play. A three-pointer would tie this up just before the half. Two-pointer bring him within 1. Put on your coaching cap, Cole. Call, what do you think Coach Johnson would call, and what would you call here?
From what I remember, I'm not sure the play name, but he likes to get that 3 at the end of the half. It's a good thing to get your shooter into rhythm if you can go into the half. It's something
the elevator to Gabriel Yee. That's the one that he did that won that game.
You know what's going through my head then. That's about what we're looking for here. I'm looking for Gabe, you know, Nate Chow to dribble the clock out, about 5-10 seconds left at the top of the key. And then we'll see Gabriel Yee sprint across a double screen on the from wing to wing. And I'm expecting either see him get a shot up or maybe a pump fake and a floater to the rack.
Right, that double screen, as I recall, is set right about at the free throw line. And Yee came charging through the door. The doors to the elevator shut as he ascended to the higher floor and then turn around and put up a three-pointer. Let's see if something like that happens. It won't be unveiled right here at the beginning of the possession. Most likely Chow will get the ball and dribble around, and they'll go into that play with about 5 seconds left. Here we seem to have some water on the floor. One of the most amazing things to me about varsity basketball game is how there is not a towel ever in the gym. Whenever there's water, everyone panics. Everybody finds something to mop it up with, everything but a towel. And anyway, that crisis seems to have passed, and Josh Thompson will inbound.
I also wouldn't be surprised if they go to Josh Thompson here. He's had a hot first half, and whether in control or out of control, as I said earlier, he's got the hot hand. So I wouldn't be surprised if that play ends up going to him.
Okay, we're now at 10 seconds, so we're winding down to the play. Back to Cooper. Cooper from the top of the key. Comes off, no good. And that should just about end it there. So Del Norte trails at the half, 31-28, after leading by 5 at the half. So the Nighthawks have some work to do to turn this game around and overcome a rather poor second period. We're sure Coach Johnson has the answer, but for now, we're going to sign off for a few minutes, let you enjoy the cheer and dance corps, and then we'll be back with you with an interview and some halftime stats in a few minutes.
Okay, so we have two and two on the timeouts, right? 2 close, 2:30s. Yes. Okay, thank you. Our ball coming in. Yes.
Hey, they're better than Omar. I know. They said it was after the play, after the shot. Yeah. I know. there was one time where I'm sure they had 5 balls and somebody shooting, and she said no, it's only 4, and we didn't have time to go over it, so I'm glad we go over it.
I'm going to ask you what your favorite memory was.
So anyway,
Yeah, it's a great school. How long have you been associated with it?
well, I've had grandson go through.
Okay, put those on there.
It's all kindergarten through 12. Of course, the high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Isaacson here courtside with the last few minutes ticked down here at halftime where the Nighthawks are trailing in their home opener 31-28. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you who don't know him already, Zion Applewhite, a star for the Del Norte Nighthawks varsity basketball team for 2 years at least, and in our minds and memories for so many great memories. Welcome back, Zion.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I hear you're playing basketball still. I'm going to
Yeah,
step
yeah.
up here so I can finally be as tall as you.
Yeah, I'm playing
Look
basketball
right on
still
up there.
for
So I hear you're playing basketball. Tell us
Yeah.
where that's happening.
I'm playing at San Diego Miramar College right now.
San Diego Miramar?
Yeah,
Good. Your first year, what's it like being outside of the nest?
it's very different.
Yeah?
It's much more physical.
More physical.
It's a different game. Some grown guys, but it's a lot of fun.
So you're having to hit the weight room and kind of build up so you don't
Every
get
morning,
pushed
every
around
morning.
too much? All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So what's your plan there? The season just started.
Yeah, just planning to ball out, just
Yeah.
have a good season. Hopefully, just make it out as soon as I can.
Well, I hear from your former running mate, Cole, right over there, that you're averaging double digits in points and 9 and 8 rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
Not bad
I'm doing pretty
numbers,
good
huh?
right now, yeah.
Mr. Triple Double.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good right now. Doing pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's good. So what's the plan then? 2 years at Miramar and then maybe
4 year.
play.
Hopefully 4 year.
We'll go to a 4-year school.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you get some interest offers? Talk to the coaches at the high
I think
level?
it happens normally like either after season or
Yeah.
midway through the season.
So it's a little early yet to know where
it's
exactly
pretty
you're
early.
fit in.
So
And is your hope to stay in Southern California, go wherever, best opportunity?
I'm just looking for the best opportunity.
Yeah,
Best place to play basketball.
Well, I wish you well. You gave us great thrills. I want to ask one question. What's your best memory from the time that you were the great center here for Del Norte?
Locker room talks, whether it was a winner or loss, it would always be a good place to be.
Just hanging out with
Oh,
the
yeah.
buddies. You guys
Hanging
had
out
a
with my
real
buddies, yeah.
tight-knit team and
Yeah.
did some great things. Well, Zion, congratulations on your successes here and on into the future. And make sure you come back here and keep us apprised of how your career's developing.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
buddy. You take care.
You too.
Give that to Cole. Zion Applewhite, ladies and gentlemen. He was one of my favorite Nighthawks of all time. My favorite memory of him, Cole, was when he'd grab the ball, go down court, and complete a dunk you very much. He dunked 3 or 4 times that I recall. He was a great player.
That would
Cole,
make
you've
sense why he's your
scrubbed the
favorite.
statistics at halftime. Tell us what you came up this, what's happening that the numbers are confirming.
Well, on the Maranatha side, it looks like the people who are making some big plays is Will Ralston. He's 1 for 1 from 3, which you can't be upset about. He's about 60% from the field, and he's got 8 points, playing about 14 and a half minutes.
Not bad.
We have Adion Bay. He's 2 for 2 from 3. He's 3 for 7 from the field, which isn't the best, but 9 points leading for their team, which is all right. And interesting stat, both Niguidula and Ombe have played the entire game, which shows that they're contributing.
Yeah, that is what was one of the dynamics of last year. It looked like the Nighthawks might come out and try and outrun everyone and kind of wear them down. It didn't seem to work as the second quarter went against the Nighthawks. Keep going with your stats there, Cole.
Looks like, unfortunately, Nate Chow is 0 for 4 from the field, although he's got 4 points, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He is making impressions on the rebounds and assist front. Got 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Josh Thompson being the leading scorer. He is 5 for 8 from the field, got 12 points. He is absolutely lights out tonight. And lastly, we have Ethan Romhot, who is 4 for 5 from the field, which is great, 80%, and 8 points. He's got 3 offensive rebounds, which is incredible for grabbing for your team. And lastly, Oliver Cooper is difference maker. He's got 2 fouls, but 2 rebounds, and hasn't made all his shots, unfortunately. But
what was he from the floor?
0 for 2,
0 for 2,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But still can see him making a difference out there.
So it seems like Ramat's overall game and Josh Thompson's scoring is what's been most productive here for the Nighthawks. It's really been a tale of 2 quarters. The Nighthawks led 15-10 at the end of the first quarter, and then were outscored 21-13 in the second period. How do you explain that, Cole? Did Maranatha just get hot?
It seems like Maranatha is a very 3-point shooting team. So sometimes you're on and sometimes you're off with that kind of squad. You know, with a team who's grit and grind, going to be in the paint, you're going to be getting the same looks over and over again. A lot of mid-range jumpers and a lot of drives to the lane. Looks like Maranatha is getting a lot of 3-point opportunities. So when those start falling, it starts to come in unison consecutively.
So it sounds to me like the key to the second half is going to be Maranatha's 3-point shooting. If they are hot from the outside, this lead that they have secured so far could be an ultimate outcome. But if the Nighthawks can keep them contained from the perimeter, they might be okay. Looks like we have some issue with the floor. Some liquid seems to be on it.
Yeah, you know, I played basketball my whole life, and I'd like to say I've been to a fair few gyms and varsity games. Never seen anyone pull out like some sort of juice or substance to put. Never seen that. Only really seen rags and towels. So.
I mean, I've seen a crew work something like this, but it was on an NBA floor,
right,
where the ice underneath the floor was generating water on the parquet. I'm not sure what they got here, but anyway, it looks like it'll be wrapped up here eventually. It looks like some substance fell onto the floor at various locations, and the crew's going around and just kind of mopping it up wherever they see it.
Looks like it may be a sticky substance. That's the only thing that I think could explain them pouring. Looks like maybe a little ice, maybe some alcohol or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I'm going to mute your mic. Go find out from him what that is and report back. Blake Isaacson courtside as we begin the second half with the Nighthawks trailing by 3. Nighthawks come out with their signature high-pressure defense, man-on-man for the most part. And there Thompson gets a rebound on a shot that didn't go in. Okay, oh, nice leaning into the lane to put up a shot as Carpenter. It didn't fall, but boy, that was a nice athletic play. What'd you learn, Cole? Go ahead, you're live, yeah.
Some hydrogen peroxide because there was some blood on the court.
Ah, okay, blood on the floor. That explains it. That makes sense now.
Interesting how it traveled so far, though. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, it must have fallen off one of the players and just been dripping along the floor and wherever he went. So, okay, the looping pass on the inbound.
One big matchup I'm looking to see is 23 and 30. Oliver Cooper and Peaster. Looks like they're going to be the glue guys for these energy teams, and looking to see them continue that matchup going forward.
There's Nate Chow generating a turnover. Nice steal there. Thompson one-on-one, top of the key, dribbles into the double team, kicks it back out to Chow. Chow right side angle over to Cooper. Cooper to Carpenter, into the lane, stops, turns, spins, throws back out to Thompson. Over to Ramat. Ramat drives the lane, rolls it up, and almost in, but he gets fouled. Boy, Ramat, I'm just going to call him silky smooth, man. He is really, really fluid out there. I like that.
When the ball starts to get flying around the Nighthawks, it looks like they swing it to have the defense come out and attack them aggressively, maybe on a closeout or a steal. And that's where we've seen a lot of these driving buckets and floaters coming forward, like that one from Ethan Ramat.
Right,
there.
and then they pass out of it and then get into the lane and
it's a continuous cycle.
Basket. Yeah. Yeah, well, he's getting motion. Coach Johnson's getting the motion that he likes. 6:39 left to go in the third period. Vermont throws that a little bit too strong, and it comes off the free throw, that is. 31-28. Nighthawks trailing.
Another stat that I seen from the first half is the Nighthawks are 1 for 12 from the 3-point line, which is less than 10%.
Not good.
We're going to have to increase that if we're going to want to win this, unfortunately.
Given how basketball is these days, you just got to be able to hold your own for the 3-point line. Thompson had a fast break there, but he threw the ball away, and Maranatha grabbed it, and now they're in the front court.
It was a good look by Thompson, just a little bit more, and that would have been an assist and 2 points for our team.
Yeah, that was a risk worth taking. If you get the turnover, it doesn't turn into a basket, unlike a bad pass in the front court. Thompson with a rebound. Chow into the front court. Chow pressing it behind the back, spins into the lane, spins, kicks it back out to Cooper. Cooper puts it up for a 3-pointer, and the game is tied. The Nighthawks had to get hotter from the outside. Let's see if that continues. Pull-up jump shot is short. Thompson on the floor. Oh, what a nice feed by that Peaster young man. As he's falling out of bounds, he spun and not only found a teammate, but went right under the basket, who was able to make an easy basket.
One thing I'm seeing on the defensive end is Josh. Oh, look at that.
There's Silky Smooth.
Look at that.
Ethan Ramat puts up a shot after a nice drive, gets his rebound, and puts it in. That's a travel. It's not called. Here's Thompson on the fast break. 2-on-2. Pulls up. Let's go. A little bit long. Cooper in a position to get the rebound. Doesn't come up with it, but Chow comes from underneath, swats it away, but the ball goes out of bounds to Maranatha.
If Josh Thompson can continue his defensive presence, I think there was 3 possessions there where he impacted either steals or made it very difficult for their offense to score.
Thompson's very gifted defensively to the extent that he stays out of foul trouble. That's the problem. And lay it up and lay it in is Peaster. Peaster beginning to take over a little bit here early in this third quarter.
Now, as the time starts to head to the end, this is where the crowd starts to be a big, big factor.
And the Nighthawk crowd's a little dead right now.
If you can start continually making some shots in a row, that crowd presence will be on your side.
Nighthawks heating up from downtown as Carpenter puts in a 3.
That's a big 3 from Carpenter there. I'm not sure I've seen him shoot too many of those, but it's great to see his game continue to improve.
Fourth shot into the lane. Thompson on the fast break. He puts up a shot. It looked to me like he was fouled. He looks at the official like that's what he thought. But the ball goes up and Maranatha comes down with it. Now that it's in the front court. Eckroth into the lane. Puts up a nice shot. Wow. Pretty shot by Eckroth as the floor was kind of spread. He just grabbed it, headed over by the free throw line. Stepped back and shot and made a nice basket and regained the lead for Maranatha, 37-36. Cole, what do you think about the teams coming out after the halftime? Any adjustments that are noteworthy?
I'm not sure I'm seeing anything different on the defensive side. On the offensive side, it looks like a lot more movement, a lot more energy. Coming out into the half.
Talking about the Nighthawks now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. The 1-3-1 defense that it looked like the Nighthawks were playing may have been switched up a little bit, but I know from one thing I know from Chris Johnson being coached by him is that he abandons the maybe the principles to continually have energy continuing through his defense. So seeing a trap, at any of these corners is not going to be a surprise, no matter what defense.
So you can't have everything. Coach Johnson opts for energy. You heard it here from one of his former players. Yee into the game. Came in for Thompson. Vermont spins into the lane, throws up a nice shot, banks it in. Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was an incredible shot.
He's just in control the whole time. I really like that about Vermont's game.
Looking at his defense, he's got both hands active. It's awesome. Seeing his right hand after he's pushed off, this is beautiful stuff.
And actually, if you watch his defense, Will come more than later. There's Nate Chow. Oh, with a great block, but Chow has the presence of mind to get the rebound and throw it to a teammate, but unfortunately, he stepped on the line just before that happened.
You know, it's surprising to see Nate Chow get blocked on a fast break. He has got a bag when it comes to releasing that ball near the rim. I'm surprised he didn't go for a reverse there or something to throw the defender off.
He has a bag?
That means he can reach into his tricks. You know, he's got a bag of tricks he can pull out.
All right. Got some new wave talking going on here, so okay. Oh boy, it spins into the lane. Carpenter puts up a shot. No good. Nighthawks attacking the basket for better or worse. They're doing it with some of their shorter players, so the balls are getting contested at they get to the basket.
See, I thought so. It looks like the Del Norte Nighthawks are now in man. So abandoning that zone defense and looking to go one-on-one, and it seems to be working. That's, 25 seconds off the clock now they've wasted.
There's Ekroth, checks the clock, realizes he's almost out of time. That did not hit the, absolutely. Maranatha put up a shot that banked off the backboard and got the rebound, but the ball did not hit the rim, and therefore the shot clock was not reset. And by the time Maranatha regained control after the shot, 35 seconds had expired, and the officials rightly did not reset the 5-second clock, and Nighthawks ended up with the ball.
Basketball's a game of runs. We got 1:50 left here. They just got a shot clock turnover. If they can continue to string together a couple of minutes, it's going to be good.
Siapno and Chow combined to turn the ball over. They were working a little 2-on-2 play, and they just got the timing a little bit off. Nighthawks haven't seen any of their big football players. Diesel Taylor.
Keller?
Yeah, Noah Keller. Fast breaker. Here we go, Yeet. Front court pass to Ramat. Unable to get control, so he passes it off to Nighthawk. It looked like there was a foul underneath there, number 4. Sam Siapno trying to get position, unable to. So he's got a quick hook there, and into the game comes Joe Freer, who played well in the first half.
I like that drive from Sam there. It looked like he got a wide open 3 opportunity, and that's a 50-50 call from the ref there. Could be a charge, could be a block, could be a no call. So I don't hate that.
Wow.
Can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, Will Ralston. That was like a train coming into the lane, and he threw up a shot, and woo. Freer goes baseline into the lane. Chow somehow grabs the ball that was thrown behind him, bends back and lays it up and in. Wow, Nate Chow.
My goodness, it looks like they're leaving Joe a little bit freer in the bottom corners there, so Nate took advantage by cutting. That's an offensive foul there on Dash. Ekroth.
And Chow sort of drew that. He and Oliver Cooper double teamed that fellow, and I think the man with the ball spun illegally and caused a foul, and the Nighthawks will get the ball.
I swear I hope to see Chow take over here.
Clock ticking down, 30 seconds left. Nighthawks with a 1-point lead here in the third quarter. There's Chow. Oliver Cooper shooting again, and it crawls in at an important moment in the game. Nighthawks should go into the fourth quarter with a lead, up by 4.
It's a big shot by Cooper there, and I know that one felt good in front of the home crowd, I'll tell you that.
Shot clock turned off, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and that's dead.
It's great defense. That's great defense. Now that's a quarter you need to have. After the second quarter, they came out a little bit dry.
A little bit flat, that's for sure. Nighthawks with a 43-39 lead. We'll let you listen to the cheerleaders for Del Norte, and we'll be back in a moment. Blake Isaacson with my son Cole Isaacson. Hey, if it's good for LeBron and Bronny, why shouldn't it work here for the Nighthawks? Father-son teams are the in play. Right now, the Nighthawks with a 4-point lead entering the fourth quarter, 43-39. Cole, what do we have to look forward to in this fourth quarter?
Well, the energy that the Nighthawks came out with there was surprisingly good. It seems like they may have had an off couple of minutes, maybe in the middle of that third quarter there. But at the end, it looks like the Maranatha team only scored 8 points, which is going to be a quarter low for all teams this game.
Yeah, the Nighthawks scored 15 points as they did in the first quarter, but they held the Maranatha squad to just 8 after they erupted for 21 in the second quarter. So the Nighthawks come out with Yee, Chow, Freer, Ramat, and Cooper. Into the lane, one-hander runner, no good, but Chow gets the rebound. He literally tore it away from the Maranatha player, and Freer put up a nice shot just a little bit short. The ball rolls out, and Maranatha comes down with it.
That was an incredible play from Nathan Chow there. My goodness. Snatching the ball over some man's head. Call him Randy Moss. Look at Oliver. That's great hustle there. That's the reason that turnover happened. Diving on balls.
And there's Ramat with a smooth pass across to Yee. Yee takes one dribble, moves it over, unable to perform. And coming out of nowhere is Nate Chow to get the rebound and draw the foul. Nate Chow's not having a good night shooting. He's not making a lot of assists, but he's playing pressure defense and drawing fouls and doing the little things that don't show up in the box score quite as readily.
Man, I'll say that play, Gabriel had a good shot. That was a good pull-up. I'm not upset at that. Maybe taking it a little bit closer to the rack. But, you know, Nate being there for the rebound, that's just great coaching, and that's putting yourself in an opportunity to succeed. You can't always have luck on your side. All you can do is control where you are.
You can control your effort and your attitude, and that's certainly what Nate Chow does. This is a player we haven't seen yet, number 2. Let's get his name here. That's number 2, Cole Nigadula. No, that he has been in. I'm sorry about that. Just not for. Oh, there's Chow with the left-handed scoop as he splits the double team. You can't hold Chow down forever. He's going to do the little things, and eventually the big things show up, like a big basket there to give the Nighthawks back their 4-point lead. Eckroth going baseline pass. Nice pass to that number 2, Cole Nigadula. Wow. Efficiency's picked up by the offenses. They both seem to have settled in, Cole, and seem ripe for scoring.
See, when Chow gets you on his back, that's when he has you at his mercy. He can pass the ball, he can shoot the ball, he can draw some contact.
Or draw the foul.
There we are. I'd like to see Yee get that shot up. He was
Yeah,
looking for it.
Ooh.
It's good. You know, when you got a 3-point shooter on your team, you want that guy to shoot some shots. And when he's asking for it, that's exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I've got great confidence in his 3-point shooting, particularly when he's open out there. And there he comes away with a steal. He's attacked from behind, but manages to get the ball to Chow before there's a turnover. 5:40 left to go in the game, scheduled in the fourth quarter, that is. Chow thought about taking a shot, thought better of it. Put it out to Ramat, one-on-one. Breaks a double team, spins it up, no good. Comes off a little hard.
I'd like to see some more ball movement on the Nighthawks end.
Ramat was quick to get back, but he was kind of screened by one of his fellow Nighthawks, and that allowed number, who was that?
I think that was number 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Correct.
Yee's going to keep shooting until it comes
Watch
down.
Oliver here.
Nighthawks maybe need a timeout right there. Gave up in the middle of a run here that's not looking so good.
You know, if the coach isn't thinking timeout, I like to think he's putting it in the hands of his star player. And on the court right now, that's going to be Nate Chow. So let's see him make a play.
Ball on the floor. There he is.
There's a timeout on the Nighthawks.
Yeah, Ethan Ramad picked it up and just, it was such great body control and smooth, puts the ball up and puts it in. Now the Nighthawks are looking for a foul.
They were just trying to make sure the shot counted, I believe.
Oh, okay. So we got a 1-point lead by Maranatha. And at 48-47, 4:37 to go. Real close game called back and forth, lead changing hands multiple times. Do you think that the short roster that Coach Barnhart goes to is going to leave them a little bit short in the end as the Nighthawks exert their strength, which is the depth of their roster?
I think that's going to be up to the Nighthawks, to be honest. It's their choice to dictate the pace. If they can make sure to run, the starting five, run the other starting five out of the gym, keep pushing the ball, keep moving the ball, keep moving their bodies, then I like the confidence for the Nighthawks. But seeing as there's only 4.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter, I'm not sure it's going to play too much of a factor. But we will see about that going forward. Although, in the first half, 3 players did play pretty much the entirety of the half. That is Dash Ekaroth, Cole Niguadula, and Adrian Onbe. So looking at them, maybe their stamina will be a little bit hurt going forward. We'll see.
Okay, the Maranatha Christian Eagles, I'm told. Their emblem is not, their logo, it doesn't have that I've been able to see. Okay, 1-point game here, and Josh Thompson gets called for the foul. That's Thompson's Achilles heel, Cole. If he overplays on defense around the basket, he can lead to turnovers. But away from the basket, it's not a Phi Beta Kappa move.
Being 6'3" and as athletic as he is, I'd like to see him play some more straight-up defense and get some more steals. He has the capability. He has the potential.
I like seeing him on that trap when he double teams.
Me too. Yeah. That's going to be his bread and butter there.
Boy, that's just a nice athletic play by A.D. Ownby. Boy, they got Ownby and Ralston and Josh Eckroth, and they got a nice squad here.
There we go.
Oh, nice bounce pass. Chow got slapped in the face. The officials didn't call it just as well because the beautiful bounce pass led to an easy basket. Who made that basket, Cole? I was looking away.
I want to say it was Joe Freer, number 20.
Good, nice play.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's Thompson.
There we go, Josh.
Number 2, Nigadula. Wow. Shooting the lights out here all of a sudden at Nighthawk Arena. There's Chow one-on-one. Thompson into the lane, kicks it back out to Cooper. Forgoes the three-pointer, but Chow comes into the lane, gets it blocked, but an alert Ramat gets it. Cooper with a long three-pointer, no good. Nighthawks had 3 chances on that end of the floor. You got to come up with one of them.
Gonna need a big defensive possession here.
Boy, A.D. Ownby looked like he was taken off, pulled up, banked it in. Nice touch by the big fella.
Now here's where it's a big deal. You're at home. When you need to make that 3-minute run, you need to get that comeback with 6 points.
Yeah, Nighthawks
you need
trailing
the energy.
by
Here
6.
we are.
Good layup. Oh, Ramat blows the layup, but Cooper comes down with the rebound. Cooper over into the corner, gives it to Chow. Right side angle, throws across to Freer, gives it up to Thompson. Cooper with the rebound. He'll put that right back up and in. Big possession, big basket by the Nighthawks. And Cooper comes away with a good basket to keep the Nighthawks within 4 with 2:23 to go. Wow, Cole, this one looks like it's going to come down to whoever has the last shot. This is a closely fought game, back and forth, back and forth.
That's a great turnover from timeout from Coach Johnson there. Making sure all his players are under control. I've been in a couple of those huddles before, and I can tell you he is making sure that everyone's on their game. Okay, he likes to hold everyone accountable, and that's important for making
So
sure
how does a
that
coach do that in that scrum? What's he saying? Will he point out one player, I want you to do something, I want you to do this, or is he sort of giving an overarching feel, you guys need to be calm?
frequently it's a couple of plays he'll point to and say, you know, in this instance you could have done this differently, and it's not to focus on that particular instance, but more say what the mindset was of what you were doing, and to fix that, and if you have a similar situation going forward, that's where he takes the chance to solve it.
So he's teaching and coaching in that huddle, not
correct, yeah.
Not necessarily calling a specific play.
I'd imagine that he's calling at least a play to come out of this here.
Okay.
I'd imagine maybe Josh is getting the ball here. Or,
on their next possession. Correct,
correct,
they're on defense.
correct.
Okay, so he'll often call a play coming out of a huddle even if the Nighthawks don't have the ball. All right, better insight than we can get from our other color commentators, Randy Pierenboom or Jerry Jones. Hopefully they're listening. Want to say hello to them. Nico Pierenboom could give those kind of insights. Nico's in Italy right now.
Wow.
Claremont McKenna College. Ooh. And the Nighthawks, Vermont with the double team with Chow get the jump ball. Nice play by the Nighthawks. The Maranatha team, needless to say, wanted the foul, but they didn't get it, and I agree with the call. What'd you think, Cole? Good call there?
Yeah, I think so too. That's usually what happens if the ball's tied up and people are pulling apart. They like to call that early, make sure no one gets hurt, and I think that was a good call. That's usually what happens. That's not out of the ordinary there.
Yeah, Maranatha got the ball, and they ran a nice play out of it. The good news for the Nighthawks is based on the next jump ball, they'll have the possession. There's Thompson into the lane, throws up an out-of-control shot, but somehow it stays alive, but the Nighthawks aren't able to come up with it. And they're swatted, ball swatted, and the Nighthawks get called for a foul here, number 3. That would be Thompson.
Looks like Riley Faruqi's checking in the game for the first time here. I don't know too much about him, but he looks like a shooter. Looks lengthy. It's what you're hoping for in this worriedable situation. You want to make sure you have some guy who can come and make that first one and give your team the confidence on the way back that you're going to get a shot in the net.
Unofficially, Josh Thompson has 3 fouls. I just checked with the Maranatha score. The Nighthawks keep, oh, that's a travel or something. Yeah, got the travel, another double team. I think Josh Thompson and Nate Chow over there, Cole, is that right? I was a little bit blocked by that one. But boy, the pressure defense yielding a turnover, and the Nighthawks need them because they're down by 6. Inside 2 minutes now. Nighthawks with the ball. Chow top of between the circles, over to Ramat.
Look out for Josh here.
That's not Ramat, that's Faruqi, who hasn't played yet that I can recall.
There we go.
There's Chow. Yeah, baby, in and out, no. Oh.
Heartbreaker.
Boy, that's about as far as it'll go. A rat-a-tat-tat, and then crawled out.
10 seconds. Oh my goodness, they called a travel.
Faruqi forces a turnover with a trapping defense over in the backcourt. Nice play. Faruqi entering, obviously, as a defensive specialist here to trap and force turnovers.
Faruqi fits right into the system. I mean, that's some guy Coach Johnson will pull right off the bench and hope to make some big plays.
And then Chow contests the inbound pass, forcing the Maranatha Eagles to swat the ball out of bounds, and the Nighthawks will get the ball once again. The pressuring defense paying off here late in the going, Cole. Now let's see if the offense can pick up the slack. Over to Thompson. Faruqi, Chow. Thompson doesn't pass up many, and he doesn't there, but it comes off. Nighthawks are now pressuring the ball. And there, Thompson gets called for his 4th. And that'll be his last allowed. I guess one more and then he's out. Ball comes out. Nighthawks got the ball, it looked like. And they do have the ball. I couldn't see it, but I could tell by the reaction of the Nighthawk fans, the student section in particular.
Too many turnovers for Maranatha. I mean, they're getting the rebounds. We're getting some missed shots from the Nighthawks here, and Maranatha keeps getting them and can't move the ball up the court.
Ball all the way into the backcourt. Long pass by number 13 is in now.
That is a shooter, I'll tell you that.
Well, he's into shooting. He shoots it and comes off no good.
That's a foul on Nate Chow there. Looks like the ball's going the other way.
Yeah, this one's slipping away now. The Nighthawks have certainly had their opportunities, forcing turnover after turnover, getting an occasional rebound here and there, and now Coach Barnhart's going to call a timeout for the Maranatha Eagles. Wow, so here's the situation. 52 seconds left in the game. Nighthawks trailing 57-51 at home. Home opener, season opener for the Nighthawks. What do you go from here, Cole? What do you tell your team to get them back in the game here?
I think all you can do at this point is, you're 6 points down. That's 2 threes. It's really that simple.
So 2 possessions. They need to have a defensive stop here, but it's more than that. They can't allow 35 seconds to roll off the clock and get the ball needing 2 possessions with 27 seconds left or less than 30. So they're going to have to pressure the ball and try and force a turnover, would be my guess.
I'd imagine that's something that is going to happen, but knowing the lineup here, sorry, it looks like number 2's back in the game here.
Okay, so the Nighthawks come back with Oliver Cooper, number 23, Josh Thompson, Nate Chow, Faruqi, and Ramat.
Here's some good
Nick
defense
Ross
here.
with the inbound. Nighthawks swarming the ball everywhere. They get it up court, but it's out of bounds! Oh my, Maranatha broke the trap, but overthrew the release. And that was a missed opportunity. Number 13 enters the game. I don't have his Coach Spahn leaving the arena. Great to see him. The only coach the Nighthawks had for many years, 12 or so. Three-pointer comes off, and now the Nighthawks are left to one more basket will about do it. It seemed like he traveled there, Cole, and then there's a foul by Chow trying to get that last rebound. This one's slipping away, Cole. 6 points, 27 seconds. Needs something close to a miracle here too. And it begins with missing a free throw here. Missing both free throws. He's got 2 to throw. Boy, I'm really impressed by the Maranatha team. I thought the Nighthawks played pretty well tonight. They just didn't make their shots, particularly from downtown. They had a little streak in the third quarter where they got hot, hit a couple in a row, but overall I think the stats will show their three-point shooting was disappointing.
Looks like they were 1 for 12 going into the half, and it seemed like that was continuing. They need some three-pointers here, and it looks like they got that opportunity. Let's see if they shoot it.
They go for 2 instead. That would have worked if he'd have made the basket and a free throw to get 3 points, but with 19 seconds left, it seemed like the Nighthawks would be well advised to kick that ball to the perimeter and go for 3-pointers here.
I don't think it's the worst call, as we've just seen on this end. We've missed 2 free throws for the Maranatha squad, unfortunately. Yeah. So,
I mean, I agree. If they attacked the basket, if he'd have made that in the free throw, that would have got the 3 points that they needed. But the problem is it's still a 3-possession game even if he makes this free throw. Let's see what happens. Anything can happen in high school basketball. In and out. And now the Nighthawks will get this one. This possession.
That was weird. It looked like number 30 and I'm not sure, 13 it looked like. Piester and Ekaroff. They looked like they were fighting for the ball there themselves, which caused that jump ball to switch possessions and go to the Nighthawks. Down by 5, Nighthawk ball. What do you think about it, Blake?
Well, they get a shot off here and get it to within 2 or 3, and then they need a turnover and a quick basket. Stranger things have happened, but it's a tall order. A tall order. I guess, I mean, the Nighthawks have had good success all evening pressuring the ball, particularly in this fourth quarter. So
once that pressure comes on for being at home, being 2 points away, it's not easy having a lead in a very close game like this with 16 seconds left. You can throw it away, unfortunately, easy. So just one shot, and you're not all of a sudden you're not super comfortable. You got a 2-point lead, 15 seconds left, and you got to be making those 2 free throws, or else it's a 1-possession game.
Yeah, early in the season, the team with the balls, the roles still aren't worked out yet. Who handles the ball yet well at crunch time? Anyway, 16.8 seconds left. Nighthawks with the ball. And here's the inbound. Oh, and it's tipped.
Looks like that's going to be
And
it.
that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Nighthawks opportunity there has slipped away. That's too bad. He had a three-point shooter out on beyond the perimeter, but the inbound pass was tipped. And now the Maranatha Eagles have the ball at the free throw line for shooting free throws.
This is the game at the end of the game. Most basketball fans and players know it. It's called the free throw game. You know, if your team's not good at free throws, that's where you start losing these close games. And you know, 5 points, it's probably going to be unreachable. But I've seen crazier coming down. You know, miss this next one, come down, make a three. That's 2 points with 5 seconds left. That's doable.
Okay, Thompson with a rebound. Ramat up court, makes the rebound. Now it's a three-point game and 7 seconds left. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten your seatbelts. The Nighthawks might have one more push in them if they can get a turnover. Down by 3. Without the ball, what's Coach Johnson saying to this squad, Cole?
I can tell you it's similar to what he said 2.5 minutes ago when he called that last time out when it was a close game. You know, at this point, we're not really going over situations. We got 7 seconds left. We got 3 points to put on the board, and we're just looking at the best way to do it. You know, there's a good chance that, you know, this isn't going to be a one-possession game. It's not going to be 3 points. So I'd imagine he's just telling his boys to not give up. He's telling one or two of them, like Ethan Rumhot there, run the floor. Make sure you space out because we don't got time on our side. As long as we can get points up on the board within a small amount of time, anything's possible here.
Well, they've got to pressure the ball and force the turnover. That's the first thing. The second thing then is if they get the turnover, do you call a timeout right away and run a play? Yeah. Or do you try to, I guess if you get it right under your basket, you put it up. Well, you need 3, so you got to get it kicked to the perimeter. Ball underneath, ball comes out.
It's a great play from Nate there.
About a second comes off the clock. Game of attrition here with the clock. Coach Barnhart right in front of us is wondering what's going on down there.
I don't blame him. That could have been a foul. I mean, he's got to worry about his kids there. And number 2 looks quite banged up.
Okay, ball on the inbound here. 6.6 seconds left. Again, the Nighthawks need more than a turnover. They need a 3, so they got to have the presence of mind to kick it out to the.
Oh, a stepped over the line!
The Nighthawks benefit from the inbound passer stepping on the line.
What an incredible play there. You know, that has to do with the person guarding the ball there. It's a mind game. You got to take his eye off of what's going on and where his feet are.
So the Nighthawks were able to cause the distraction, and now Maranatha's calling a timeout. 6.6 seconds left. Nighthawks trailing by 3. They're one shot away from sending this game into overtime. Oh, my.
And all of a sudden, that play from Cooper and Josh Thompson passing it into Cooper, getting him those free throws there. That gave 1 point. They got the rebound there, put another bucket up in. That was a 3-point swing. So
yeah, it just goes to show you, just keep the scoring, keep the scoring, keep the scoring, so that you have a scenario at the end of the game where you can still win it. That keeps all the players' effort and energy focused on the ball and the opportunities before the game slips away, and the Nighthawks have generated that right here.
It's great energy I like seeing from this team. You know, I've been trying to say it the entire night. Not only does Coach bring it, not only are the fans trying to bring it, we need to start seeing it from the players here. And I'd like to see some people getting fired up, yelling after some calls and getting excited over some rebounds, and because that's really what trickles into the wins in these real close games here.
So note to Nighthawks, activate that bench energy per Coach Cole. All right, here we go. 6.6 seconds left. Ball underneath to Cooper. Cooper throws it to Chow, who is behind the arc, but Eckroth was there, and the ball went out of bounds, and now 3 seconds left. Boy, that was not a crisp play by the Nighthawks. And now here comes Gabriel Yee.
Looks like Maranatha's out of timeouts here. It's going to be straight up for these last 3 seconds.
I know what's going on right here.
Looks like he's getting a couple of screens, right?
Ball gets thrown away, and that'll do it. Oh, that's a shame. The Nighthawks, who played such pressure defense all night and were able to work their way back into an opportunity to win at the end, come up just a little short.
They've got my heart racing, to be honest with you. This game has been incredible. Real close. A lot of opportunities to win for both teams, to be honest. Lead, I can't imagine, changed within 10. Had to be the largest lead.
Yeah. Well, it's a sad one for the Nighthawks. Their defense had a winnable effort out there, but the offense just it didn't have enough outside shooting over the course of the game, and then at the very end they weren't able to set plays to get shots off to have to get the game back under control. Well, with that, the Nighthawks, we're gonna thanks you fellas. Got some nice efforts here, and thank yous from the Maranatha Eagles. The Nighthawks' next game, let me just flip to my schedule, is going to be, thank you, sir, it's going to be on the 21st at Rancho Bernardo, the Nighthawks. Dave Wheeler just behind us here, the longtime head of the Del Norte Athletic Foundation. So that's on the 21st, 2 days from now, at Rancho Bernardo. And then there may be a game on the 26th, Battle at the Bay. That's that Mission Bay tournament down there. So that'll be the 26th, 27th, and the 29th and 30th. Then we come back and have a game on December 4th at Oceanside before we return for a home and league game at 7:30 on December 10th. With that, we bid you farewell as the Nighthawks come up short in the home opener, 57-54. Good night.